Welcome back to The Explainer. So, when we talk about AI, we usually jump straight to things like job losses, right? But today, we're asking a way bigger question.
Okay, so let's just dive right into this. What if the biggest threat to our economy is also our best hope for survival? It's this wild paradox, isn't it? The very same tech that's causing all this disruption could be the one thing that helps us navigate the storm.
So on one side, you have AI as the economic disruptor. We all know that story. Jobs getting displaced, industries turned upside down. But on the other side, you have AI as a crisis navigator. This whole revolution is creating a brand new resource, intelligence that's suddenly cheap and abundant. The real question is, can we actually harness that power to solve our biggest problems when things go really wrong? But, and this is a huge but, to actually use AI as a tool for national recovery, a country can't just be a customer. You can't just rent it from some tech giant in Silicon Valley. No, you have to own the core infrastructure yourself.
And that idea has a name: sovereign compute. It's exactly what it sounds like: national AI infrastructure that's owned and controlled by the country itself, not rented from some foreign corporation. And look, this isn't just a nice-to-have, it's absolutely crucial. Why? Well, think about it. In a real national emergency, can you really risk being at the mercy of a company that could just turn off the switch or triple the price overnight? No way.
Because when you own the hardware, your priorities come first, period. It guarantees that the system is available when you need it most and that it's working for your country's interests, not some corporate bottom line. In a crisis, control is literally everything.
Okay, so this all sounds a bit abstract, right? Sovereign compute. Let's make this super concrete. We're going to walk through a crisis scenario, something totally realistic that could happen tomorrow, and see exactly how a national AI would work in the real world.
So here's the scenario. Imagine there's a conflict somewhere, like the Strait of Hormuz, and suddenly oil shipping is massively disrupted. For a country like New Zealand, which is pretty remote and depends on imports, this is a total nightmare. Fuel prices are spiking, and that shockwave is cascading through the entire economy.
So, inside a crisis war room, a small team gets to work. First step, they feed the AI tons of data. We're talking hundreds of thousands of customs import records. Then they ask a really simple question: where are we most vulnerable? And in minutes, not weeks, minutes, the AI spits out a ranked list of exactly where the country is most exposed.
And this is where you really see the power. A team of analysts would take weeks with spreadsheets trying to do this manually. The AI does it almost instantly. That's an unbelievable acceleration of understanding, right when you need it most.
Okay, so now they know the problems. What about the solutions? For every single one of those vulnerable products, the AI starts scouring global trade databases, looking for alternative suppliers. It's checking for things like viable shipping routes, and it comes back with a short list of new suppliers, complete with estimated cost and lead times.
And the final result of all this? The AI produces a comprehensive 50-page crisis brief for the government, and it does it in 3 days. 3! This is the kind of deep dive that would normally take a government department months to prepare. Now they have a clear picture of the 47 most vulnerable products and exactly what they can do to protect them.
But you know, a report is just a report. Analysis from a war room is only half the battle. The real game changer is what happens next. It's this concept called the intelligence layer. This is where you use AI to actually coordinate action with thousands of people out there on the ground.
Okay, now this is where it gets really cool. The system uses AI voice agents to call every single freight operator in the country within 48 hours. It just asks them in plain English about their fuel reserves and their routes. Then, the AI analyzes all those conversations to build a real-time, nationwide picture, and then, get this, it calls people back with tailored instructions. It's this incredible constant feedback loop: collect, analyze, direct, and repeat.
So, a system like this, one that can literally coordinate a national response to a crisis, that's gotta cost a fortune, right? We must be talking billions of dollars. Well, the actual number is gonna shock you.
The estimated total cost for this entire oil crisis response system for the first year, and this includes everything, the AI, the dev team, all of it, comes in at around $1.5 to $2 million.
Yeah, to put that in perspective, it costs less than building a single traffic roundabout. Think about that. The economic damage from a crisis like this could be billions. The tool to help navigate it costs almost nothing in comparison. The intelligence is practically free.
And okay, let's zoom out even further. What about building the full national sovereign compute stack? Even that,
The whole shebang is still just a fraction of what a country like New Zealand already spends on something like roads every single year. This isn't some sci-fi fantasy. It's a totally achievable policy choice.
And you have to remember, this isn't a one-trick pony. The same infrastructure, the same AI, could be used for all sorts of crises. A currency collapse, a major breakdown in the food supply chain, the exact same principles apply.
Now, here's a really important point. The goal here isn't for the AI to start making decisions for us. It's not some robot overlord. It's a tool to accelerate informed democratic choice when you're under immense pressure. It models the consequences, it presents the options clearly and quickly so that the human leaders can make the best possible call when time is running out.
So what's the actual proposal here? It's not some massive, bank-breaking mega project. It's actually a deliberately modest, sensible plan. Step 1, fund a detailed feasibility study. Step 2, create a deployment plan that's shelf-ready to go when needed. And Step 3, start stockpiling a small reserve of GPUs. Think of it like a strategic oil reserve, but for intelligence. We're talking tens of millions here, not billions.
So when you boil it all down, it really comes back to one simple, powerful question. We know AI is going to reshape our world, whether we're ready for it or not. So shouldn't we, as a nation, actually own the tools that will help us navigate that future on our own terms?